All right, gentlemen. So I have to create a Salesforce campaign anyway, so I thought that this would be helpful to just record what I'm doing, and I'll walk you through it. So, um, Lloyd, I have no idea what your experience with Salesforce campaigns is. Jason, I know that we've talked a little bit before about you curious about how to make one. So if you're not sure, this is how you do it. I have a webinar that's coming up, and so I'm just going to grab it, and we're going to make a Salesforce campaign around it. So in order to make a Salesforce campaign when you're inside of Salesforce, you should go to campaigns. Now for me, it's up here in the tab. If you don't see it, let's just say that you don't see it, there's a little plus sign right here. If I click on that, it will show me everything that I can do. Campaigns are right here, so you can click it there. So that's how you get to them. Create a new campaign. We'll do it from scratch. The campaign name, I'm just simply going to paste this in. I'm going to have to come in and update it later. I don't entirely know what the campaign name is going to be. For both of you, if there are campaign names, then I will make sure that I have them for you. I've actually already sent out a request for them so that you know what the hell you're doing. Let's just go down the list. So in order for it to show up inside of Pardot, we need it to be active, so check the box. The type of campaign depends on what you're doing. This one, I'm doing a webinar. Neither of you are working with this particular client, so the campaign types might be different. I think that the basic campaign types, though, are Pardot and Salesforce, is I think what they are. I would recommend that you just choose Pardot if you have the option, or if there's one that makes more sense, then choose that one. We can always go back and change it later. So if you're not sure, just pick one. Let me know that you're not sure, and we can certainly go back and change it later. So this is a webinar. Just call this webinar. For both of you, there will not be a parent campaign, so don't worry about it. And then for lead source, we're going to choose Pardot. Again, I actually have no idea what your lead sources are going to be. I'm sorry about that. I should have done this another way, but this is what I have to build. So again, choose the most sensible lead source. It won't be Salesforce, right? It's going to be either Pardot or I don't know, whatever else is there. Again, we can change this if we need to, so don't worry about it if you're not totally sure. The status, again, these statuses are probably standardized, but if they're not, choose the one that makes the most sense. They also have a nurture thing here, which I don't use. So unless it forces you to use it, I wouldn't bother. The start date, I'm just going to select today. I'm not going to put an end date, and the rest of the stuff I'm going to leave blank. And I'm going to save it. That is a Salesforce campaign. In order for it to get into Pardot, assuming that it's active, if I go into Pardot, it will take a minute in order for it to actually show up. So two things that you can do to solve this problem. One, build the Salesforce campaign first, so that by the time that you're ready to actually go in and add it into your engagement program, it's there. If you forget and you come across it and you want to do it immediately, what you can do is a little trick. You can go to Forms, pick any form, it doesn't matter. Go and edit the form. Go to completion actions, number 4. Two things. If there are no Salesforce campaigns in the completion actions down here, then simply go to add a new completion action, add to Salesforce campaign, and refresh data. Cool. Once it goes yellow, just cancel and close it, and it will discard all of that stuff so you don't screw up the form. So that is the fast way to do this. So now if I go into the engagement studio, and I went, let me see if there's something not running, and I went into here and I took a look and I searched for that campaign, I'll see it. If I hadn't gone through and refreshed the data, then it wouldn't have done the sync, and it would still wait to be syncing. So I think it's like every 15 minutes that it syncs. So if you're just trying to get shit done, this is not a good way to wait. So okay, cancel that. Make sure I didn't screw that up and screw it up. And that's how you do a Salesforce campaign.